Hi everyone, this is Erica Flores, a resource specialist at the Long Island RBERN with some helpful tips on how to scaffold for ELLs in the digital classroom. In order to develop a common understanding, I wanted to highlight that scaffolds are temporary supports that a teacher provides to a student that enables a student to perform a task he or she would not be able to perform alone. Considering we are all diving into remote learning, we should be aware that our students will need appropriately scaffolded tools and materials. The idea of digital learning can be overwhelming and maybe even scary for some. However, teachers should continue routines that are already in place. The same differentiation and scaffolds that you are familiar with also apply to the digital classroom. Each and every tool will still require some kind of scaffolds. It's important that while we begin this transition to remote learning, that we consider our ELLs, their proficiency levels in English, as well as their comfort levels with the tech tools that are implemented. And this is assuming, of course, that they have the necessary technology at home in order to participate in all the distance learning that has been planned for them. Acquiring this information may require you to reach out to the families of your students, which is a great practice to put in place at this time. I want to highlight this resource created by the folks over at SupportEd. You may have already noticed that you are actively using these scaffolds in the classroom. It's important to continue to do so as you transition into distance learning. Rather than share another list of tools that you and your students would need to learn, I want to highlight how to make distance learning accessible for our ELL population. Keep in mind that there is no single magic tool that will make content comprehensible for our ELLs. Instead, you should continue to choose quality resources and adapt them to the needs of your students. Visuals in the digital classroom extend beyond images or videos to support the language on your slides or handouts. Remember that our students are learning language through nonverbal cues as well. So utilize opportunities to engage with students through synchronous and asynchronous videos. You may also consider using screenshots with arrows indicating where to click, videos modeling an activity, or even a screencast. Technology at home may be very different than at school, requiring additional explicit directions and considerations. Writing frames should be provided to students in order to participate in all activities. These frames should be teacher-generated and relevant to the current task. Providing samples allows for students to mimic sophisticated language and better understand expectations. Graphic organizers should be simple. Use something the students have seen before. Model using familiar content. And consider providing tiered versions where some boxes are pre-populated according to the student's proficiency levels. Reduce the linguistic load by using tools such as Google Translate or Talking Points to utilize the home language. Adapt or chunk text by using Rewordify, Newsela, and ReadWorks, but also keep the rigor and try and do this on your own. Lastly, PreTeach Vocabulary conduct virtual field trips and include videos to help build background knowledge. Thank you for joining me, and reach out with any questions.